All right, guys. So tonight we're going to go over the Mentor 10 system and why it works and how it works. And the beauty of the system in its reality is when you get a lead, if you're watching your mail by chance, you're going to see leads come in. How old is that lead when it comes into your mailbox? What do you think, guys and gals? Minutes, right? Minutes old. They filled out the form and went straight to your email, right? Do you think? Now, here's the thing, it's exclusive to who? Who does that lead belong to? Yes, it's your lead. It's not an us, Bill. It's solely you, all by yourself. There's not. That lead isn't being sold to 30, 40, 50 other people trying to chase that same person down. Anybody ever bought leads before and try to work them? Give me a one if you've ever bought leads. And they're not cheap by no means, guys. They get a premium for them. All right. It's tough working those leads, isn't it? Because you and 30 other people are working them at the same time. Okay. That's the problem. Here, you have a system. We charge 20 bucks a month. Okay. You're the one promoting it and driving the traffic to it through your posts, your videos that we've created. All right. And the traffic that comes through there is exclusive to you. You're not sharing it with anybody else. Right? Everybody see that? We're going to go over to our page. And as soon as it loads up, there we go. So the system is designed to create you fresh leads. Correct? So when we create these leads, what do we do with them? What do you think, folks? What would you do with them? Call them. That's a good way. Now, some people aren't comfortable that way, and they want to email them or email them first to warm them up or send them a text. Me, I like to use a text first sometimes. Why? Why would I use a text versus an email or a call right off the bat? Let's put our thinking caps on and figure out why that would be a smart or a not smart thing to do. What do you think? Anybody have an answer why text first would work maybe better than calling them? Turn your hat around and look at it the way they look at it. Filtering. They're not going to answer your call. They don't recognize your number. Right? Now, call me, yes, find out the interest. But here's the reality. They've already said they're interested when they filled out the form on your page. Right? They filled out the form on your page. Right? Get free training now, or they came down to the form and filled it out. So you know they have somewhat of an interest. They gave you their phone number, their email, their name, and something about what's the number one goal they want, right? So we have something already to dedicate their level of interest. But David's right, people filter out phones they don't recognize. But what they do is look at the text when they come in, right? What's the percentage of people that will actually open the text when they get one on their phone to see what it is? Anybody have an idea? Somebody want to Google it and see what that percentage is? I'm going to guess it's around 70%. Now, compare that with people that open an email. If it doesn't end up in spam to start with, right? Anybody see where I'm headed with this? I'm going to send a text that says, hey, this is Gary with the Mentor 10 system. You recently filled out a form. I'd like to have a call with you. This is my number. What time would be good for you and I to have a conversation that fits your schedule? Anybody think that might work? You think when I call, they might answer the phone now? If they don't text me back, what do I do? Yes, John, that's correct. I'm going to email them next, David. I tried to text. I'll probably call them again, but if they didn't answer my text to say, yeah, 7 o'clock is the best time for me, they didn't text me back and tell me a time, then I'm just going to email them. Okay? Now, why? I want everybody to think about this. Okay? We want to think about this. Why? Yeah, following through, but remember this. Let's say I get 40 leads coming in this month. My goal is to close 10 of them, right? That's our goal, 10. 10 that we put into one of the businesses, no matter what it is, your primary or secondary or what you have. Not everybody is going to follow through and do something today, but in the future, they may. And you have all that information to promote various things down the road. Okay? No lead that filled out this form is a dead lead for you. They just may not act right now. Our goal is to collect as many of these on a consistent, regular basis that we can generate at least 10 signups a month in something that we do. Okay? And we want to teach the 10 we bring in to do. What are we going to teach the 10 people we brought in? And 10 could be 15, it could be 20 for some people. It could be 5 for others. Okay? But what is the overall goal? What did we want to happen for the 10 people we brought in? Now, come on, folks. Do we want to see them plug into the same system? Yes, David. Duplication, replication. We want to plug them in so they're doing what? They're getting 10, right? What's the possibilities of 10 getting 10, getting 10 throughout your organization? Let's cut it down and say only 7 do something. What's 70% versus 10% or 5%? Okay. Anybody see where we're headed with this conversation? Does this make any sense? Give me a 1 if it makes sense, a 2 if I lost you anywhere. Okay. So Here's the way I would work, and you guys can do it a little different if you have any uncomfort. There's no perfect way. I'm telling you what works best, that I believe works best. Text first, email second, or call second. Depends on how they reply. If they reply to your text and give you a time, then you can make the call, right? If they don't reply, then you use the email. Okay? Now, I have a doc. Well, let's do it in Word. Oh, I gotta find the right one. Bear with me. I didn't have time. Here we are. I think that's not the one I'm looking for. It's not it. Sorry about that. Let's use the one in the doc. Or we'll go into one in my mail. Can everybody still see my screen? All right. This is the headline I use. If I do a mail, and I'll make a copy of this for anybody that wants it. I add some attachments, video, etc. A replay of one of our Zooms and the mission. But I can put this in the doc for everybody if they'd like to have it. Well, somehow it didn't copy. No, it's not letting me copy. Or it's too big, I can't tell which. All right, I'll put this into a doc tomorrow. Send me a request at this email. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. And I'll send you a copy of this entire thing. You can make use of it. This was created by ChatGPT, by the way. But here's the key is the compounding structure. Each mentor trains 10, each mentee submits 10, and so on down. Okay? And that's the key to the system. 10, doing 10, doing 10. And out of the 10, you're going to get about 70% that plug in right away. And you'll have 30% that want it, but won't put the work in, sadly. It's the nature of the beast, unfortunately. See, we don't want to leave anybody behind, right? We want everybody to succeed, but we can't make you succeed. You have to put in that effort. And I know if I'm 74 years old and can put in the effort, which one of you can't do it? Right? Everybody agree to that? So as we look down our page, we're giving people reasons, weekly training, step-by-step duplication plan, scripts, tools, and strategies, ongoing support till you're earning. See, the key is right here. We want you to earn. Okay. Now, I've got a giveaway that I mentioned before we start our recording. Anybody want to hear my little 7-minute audio script I used to give away? Give me a one if you'd like to hear it. All right, guys. And I'm hoping you can actually hear this, but let's take a look and see what we get. Let me know if you can hear this when I get it started.
Welcome. Today is the day your life will change forever. Mark it on your calendar. My name is Gary Afrin, half of the infamous Gary and Shirley duo. Together we have a unique story which I will share with you shortly. But first, the purpose of this recording. How many of you listening have ever tried one of those so-called home-based businesses? If you're sitting down at home, raise your hand. If you are driving, keep both hands on the wheel. Okay? Now, if you didn't make any money trying to make it work, or very little at the most, keep your hands up. Guess what that would be? Most people listening, sad but true. Most of the real money is made by those who can put in lots of people in their business and don't even care if you make but 10. When you give up, they have already dropped in dozens more to take your place. Here's the sad truth. The business model is the greatest creator of income for an average person ever created. Let me repeat that. It's the greatest income creator for the average person ever. But it's been taught all wrong and for so long. Why? Because it benefits those at the top. Remember what that person who shared that opportunity with you. And wow, we were excited, weren't we? They told us to make a list of all our friends and family members and invite them to a meeting or call. Talk to anyone who comes within 30 inches. Well, how did that work out for you? I call that membership in the NFL club no friends left. Let's look at the real truth of how it all works. A new sign-up is very excited about their new business, starts to invite friends and family to that special call, invites 5 to 10 guests, and guess what? Maybe one person actually makes the call or shows up at your meeting. You see, the industry average is invite 10, get 1. Now, that doesn't mean you now have someone joining your business just because they made your call. You need to get 5 to your call to have 1 join. Not sounding as good as when you first heard the call, is it? And that doesn't even talk about how many spend 3 to 4 months in your business and then drop out of those who do sign up in your business. Wow. Most companies make a ton of money with less than 40% auto ship or monthly fees, which is how we and you make money. Not a pretty picture, is it? There is a better way. What if you didn't have to call anyone unless you really want to? Didn't have to send endless emails or place endless ads? What if people called you, people who already wanted your product or service, people who want to be a part of your business before they even talk with you? They are already interested in what you have before they call you. Mentor 10 system has arrived. With a minimal effort, you can receive 5 or more leads per day with just minimal phone skills, even if you are horrible at answering questions. You should be able 5 to 10 business consultants per day. Potentially using this method, you should gain up to 10 to 15 consultants per month, working 5 days a week, part-time. Once Shirley and I put this system in place, we started to look for a product or service that met our criteria. First, it had to be something everyone needed. It had to be priced so everyone could afford it. It had to be something that saved people money on something they were going to buy anyway, already in their budget, or they wish it was, and had to be solid. After a long search, we found the most amazing company. It had a service most everyone in our industry will have or at least use on a regular basis. It had the greatest financial rewards I have ever seen in 30 years in this business. It had the lowest cost to start or to have their service that was available to the masses. Folks, there has never been a down year with this product or service. It is completely recession-proof, and we maintain 99% of customers and consultants with a true get 2 or 3 and your free system built in. Folks, think about that. No more dropping more in the top than dropping out the bottom. Create a real residual income. Can it replace your JOB income quickly? Run the numbers again. Up to 15 or more consultants or more each month, offering people what they are already going to purchase at much higher costs. The system was designed to help you achieve freedom in 6 to 8 months. Yes, average people succeeding, and that's just the beginning. What product or service is used or needed by everyone? At least most businesses. Imagine receiving residuals, fast start bonuses, generational bonuses, matching bonuses, and you can easily make your business free with just 3 consultants. No one offers what we have. Imagine a product with as many customers as you can have that say yes as the number that want to be consultants. Now, the Mentor 10 system allows you to offer as many as 3 opportunities and equally build them, each if you chose to. We recommend just one at first, getting your feet wet, so to speak. Would a system be worth $20 a month that creates minutes-old exclusive leads only you get? The Mentor 10 system is unparalleled, yet compares to courses and trainings they get tens of $1,000 for. Weekly training, free pre-made content, monthly when to post the tested ads and posts and videos. Things we tested and worked. Having built a 125,527 member downline in a mere 8 months with 90% in profit and qualified. I believe we know what works. Our story. Shirley and I had every obstacle anyone could ever have to create a home business. When we met, she had been wheelchair bound for a while, was diagnosed with several ailments, had cancer twice, was on many medications, had actually been able to walk a short distance around the house, but only for short periods of time. I had been on the road for 17 years, was in a serious automobile accident that took over 3 years to sort of recover from. I no longer had a valid driver's license. Neither of us had a warm market. We started from scratch, yet we succeeded. Creating a business from scratch, despite the obstacles, we started borrowing from ourselves. Using our bill money, we were as broke as it gets. Living check to check sound familiar? Can you relate to our situation? Yes, we made money. We worked very hard, but when we looked at how many people we brought into our business who had succeeded, we did not like the report card at all. The grade was not what we wanted to see. That is the how and the why of this system. We would rather see 90% succeed rather than 5%. We would all rather see 99% of our customers stay long-term rather than 15%, 30%. Why continue doing the same things over and over, expecting a different result? Won't you plug into something that really works? Act now. Get back with the person who sent you this CD or call the person whose name and number is imprinted on the sleeve. Don't wait. Act today. Thanks for taking the time to listen. We hope it impacts your life as it has for so many others. Get with the person who sent you this recording and ask for an invitation to a free Mentor 10 training. No, we aren't selling courses, no slick upgrades, only a $20 system that works for everyone. Gary Afrin, 6-figure mentor.
All right, guys. Any input, any thoughts, any adjustments? Can anybody see how people could relate to the audio? You see how this is a qualifier? It will qualify your prospects. I still need a little editing. This is the first version. I still need to edit it some. There's some things I'm not happy with, but it's a workable copy. Yeah, I want to take out the CD, John. That's not valid anymore. Like I said, I do need to edit some, but it's a workable audio that we can take and upload and send people to a URL that will play the audio for you. Or you can upload it to sites like Facebook and Instagram and places like that. So it's a workable new media. It can even be a podcast, okay? You can even use it as a podcast. So if you get distribution out there and you connect your name to it, this is one more tool to drive traffic to what? To your page, right? Hey, Rick, how are you? So every tool that we have and we keep adding to helps you do what? Get fresh minutes old leads. Because when they fill out your form and it goes to your email, again, how old is that lead? Minutes, right? It's minutes old, exclusive to you. Nobody else has that lead except you. You're not competing with 30, 40, 50 other people to try and sign up that person. They're exclusive to you. Nobody else has access to them, right? You know they're interested. They're going to tell you in the form what they're after, right? If we get to my form up here, they're going to tell you their goals, right? They're going to give you their phone number and email and their full name. Will you get some bogus ones? I'm sure we will get some bogus ones, right? I'm pretty sure of that. Some people want to just play around and give you bogus information so you get some invalid phone numbers. Gonna happen, right? So, how many of you on the call have started promoting your page? How many people haven't got their page yet? Yeah, Jeff, I sent him a note on yours. Okay. Beverly, I thought we had your page done. Hold on, guys. Bear with me for a minute. I'm gonna stop my share for a second. Let's see. I was pretty sure. Okay, got Wilma's done, Lynn's done, Bill's is done, Daniel's, Rick's is done. Those are the ones he's got done at this moment. Probably anybody that doesn't have one done, probably gonna be tomorrow before he gets caught up. He was on a trip for 2 days to a seminar, so he got a little behind, but we should have them all wrapped up by tomorrow. So let's go ahead and share again. So, do we have any questions up until this point? I want to grab a doc real quick. Here's a short Facebook. Everybody should open this doc. This is a pretty good little Facebook style promotion. If you add an image to it, you'll be in good shape. The image I normally use, if I can find one here real quick. There's one that would work. Okay, I tend to like that image with that ad right there. If you can see my screen, can everybody see my screen? Perfect. This is a new ad I just put together a few days ago. Um, it's it hits the pain point. It's all the key points. No more 3 to 4 month dropouts, no more churn, no more starting over. It's like bees to honey, or as somebody else said, flies to poop. Okay, without being too crude. All right. It isn't your granddad's old Buick system. This is duplication, automation, and momentum all at one. We're dealing with people's pain points. Okay? Same thing that everyone on this call at some point in your career has experienced. None of us are immune from having experienced this. Beverly, I use this in Facebook and Pinterest, Instagram. Pinterest has a limit, so I don't know if I might have to shorten it for Pinterest. Um, if I add a video to it, then I'm going to add this to a TikTok or something like that, etc. But I use, even though I haven't posted in a while for Pinterest or Tumblr, um, Reddit, or any of those, I tend to stay YouTube and Facebook a lot. So my rule for YouTube is be as close to 5,000 characters as you can get away with. Okay. I like to maximize my post ability in whatever I'm using. Whatever the limits are, I want to push as close to the limit as I can get away with. Well, here's the thing, John. If all else is equal, it's the one extra step that gets the juice. If all else equal, you have more keywords or you have more content. Okay. I'm going to show everybody something, and this isn't meant in a bad way. I'm going to find an image that I have. And it's not going to be in this file. It's going to be in my network somewhere. I might now, hold on. Probably not going, there we go. Um, let's see. Might not be able to find it. Oh, I know why. I'm in the wrong spot. It's in the R's. It's in the R's. There it is. Oh, open that up, guys. I want to show you my definition of domination. Hmm. If I tell you something about YouTube, it's Rick, that's where I rank 36 out of the top 40 videos on YouTube for water damage restoration in Chicago. Okay, let me open it up on here. Now that I remember what its title was. All right, hold on, guys. Oop. Oh, come on, it was just there. There we go. Can anybody see this? Or you can't? I ranked 36 out of the top 40 videos for this niche. Wish I could expand this a little bit. Oh, I can right here. Nine out of the top 10, 36 out of the top 40. That's about as dominating as you can get in YouTube. Very difficult to do that today since they changed the rules. And probably I'm probably the number one culprit that made them change the rules because I could dominate any niche at will at that time. So if I advise you on dominating something, please pay attention. Okay? I've been doing this for a long time. I wasn't taught by anybody, I was self-taught. But I've understood enough how Google works to understand what they're looking for. So I don't want you to take that the wrong way, but if I tell you how to dominate something, I want you to understand that it's from experience and not from wishful thinking. Sorry if I got off a little rant there. 17 out of the top 20 spots, would you say? And here's my theory behind it, guys. Anybody ever had a video that hit in the top 2 or 3 on YouTube before? Give me a one if you've done that, or a two if you haven't. Okay, David, that's good. So here's what happens if you hit number 1, 2, or 3 over there. You become a target. They can attack your video with negative stuff and bounce you right out of there, if not get you slapped. Okay? But how are you going to attack 36 videos in the same niche? That's kind of impossible, isn't it? Hard to do. Impossible, really. But YouTube has given some content providers that ability to knock somebody without questioning it. But they wouldn't let you do a ton of it. They'll let you do 1 or 2. But anyway, let's get off of that for a second. And so let's start dealing with some questions, how we do certain things. Okay. I'm trying to provide you content on a weekly basis, even though it's supposed to be monthly. I want to come up with as much content. So we're doing fresh, new ideas every week. Okay. So when we plug in, you're not going to see 20 people promoting the same image or the same text message. Does that make sense, guys? What do you think? See, as long as we're coming up with content, and there's some people on this call very good with content. Don't misunderstand. They're very good at content. Okay. Rick is excellent with content on his own right. So here's the thing. What's our goal when we post? Our goal is to get people engaged and quit scrolling, right? We want to track, but we want them to stop and read. If you post content, nobody reads it, what good is the content? Not good if they're not engaging, right? Content is everything. If it's unique, if your content is unique, it's going to stop people from scrolling, right? Now, I want you guys to track it, attraction market. Yes. Now, one of the things that I want to go over next week in particular is hashtags. We underutilize hashtags. I want to give you some. How about, oops, I missed that. How many you think posts that people that are in Amway have on Facebook? Yes, AI can create as many as you want specific to your post, but we want to go outside of our post, yeah, and get creative. We're targeting what? Who are we targeting? Niche hashtag, yes. But we want to target the people already interested in networking. That's our ultimate goal, right? Here's the thing. We can target people that are brand new, but they're interested in a home-based business, got no experience, or we could target somebody that's been around for 5, 6 years in it. Which one's going to be more productive for your system and your organization? What do you think, guys? The seasoned one. That's our targets. That's our ultimate target, right? So when I put a hashtag, let me give you the one example. Now, how many people do you think follow that hashtag Herbalife? This is an old company, guys. Very old, been around for a long time. There's 12 million. 12 million. Okay. Amway only has 1 million. Now, Highlights has 32 million. Home-based business, 12 million, if I recall right. Is there any value to these hashtags, guys? Any value at all? Anybody starting to see how you could stretch your reach? Okay. The more we stretch our reach and our out there, we're going to do a couple things. We're going to gain followers. Friends don't mean anything, but followers do. John went here. Let me show you how. Let's go make a Facebook post. Okay. So everybody still see my screen, right? Give me one, you can see my screen. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy this ad. Now, I'm gonna do a couple changes to it. Because I want them to see my site. Oh, come on. Well, that didn't work very well, did it? Hmm. Come on, Facebook. Guys, I'll have to stop sharing for a split second and come back to it. I got froze. All right. Oops, hit the wrong thing. Sorry about that. So we're going to share again. We're going to go back to Facebook. Where'd it go? I lost my Facebook page. That's why it closed on that one. So we'll have to do it over here. Oh. So this point, none of these tags are live. That one's got 179. See it? Let's see if I can pull lead generation. Probably won't let me do it. So let's start to create a few that we can see. Networking, 12 million. I'll take that. Uh, 153 million. $354. Let's get the more familiar ones. 13 million. 12 million. 3.8. See how this works, guys? Now let's go grab an image. We want the Facebook image. There we go. That's the one I want. So we have an image to it. Next. Audience, public, done. Post. Final step is the comment. Mostly. There we go. and we have our link and my phone number. Oh, perfect, Rick. Did you have that a similar image to this? Anybody have any thoughts on this? Ah, perfect. That's fine. The more we do, the more results we get, right? The more activity, the more results. The more people you get your page in front of, the better it's going to perform. So I'm going to try and get a very good audio up. We'll put it up and post it. So you have a link to just send them to the audio. And we can test that. I haven't tested it yet, but I've used it in my past history and it's worked insanely well. Okay? Because it does what? It reaches people's pain points. David, I've tested boosting. I do like it. You have to keep it within budget. It's okay, Beverly. We're about to leave too. We're right at 1 hour. We appreciate you being there. Check with me tomorrow on your site, okay? Anybody have any questions up to this point? Oh, good, good, good. Guys, here's the thing. Here's what's going to make this work for all of you. Plugging your people in does what? Plugging your people in creates the replication. Thank you, David. Appreciate that. Replication is what going to build your depth. Okay. Remember, we mentioned this earlier, and we'll kind of close on this right here. Width creates income. Depth creates what? Width in an organization creates income. Depth in an organization creates what? Yeah, we can do that, John. Just give me a reminder next week, and I'll definitely do that. Guys, depth creates security, income security. It makes you immune from any dropout, any disassembling of people. You have too many people to affect you. Okay? If you look at Bob and I's one organization, we have 125,000, only got 20 some thousand paid currently, but we have 125,000 people with a bunch waiting to pay. Do you think that might be security? Give me one if you think that's security for you. Well, that's what we want to create for all of you, not just me and Bob. We need to have as close to 100% for you guys, for all of you. Okay? What's our report card if 90% of the people fail? What does our report card look like? Now, if we get 90% making money, then what's our report card look like? If you have 90% of the people that you brought into your business, guys, in profit, do you think they're going to follow you wherever you go rest from this point on? Positive. Not going anywhere. That's what we want to happen for you. All right, we're going to wrap up with that unless anybody has any questions. I appreciate everybody taking their evening to be on here with me. Nothing but love for all of you. All right, guys, go have fun. I got to remember to take out the garbage. I hope so, guys. I hope so. It's been my pleasure. All right, just have fun.